Picture this. You are walking through a busy market. Let's say Sarojini Nagar in Delhi, or maybe Colaba Causeway in Mumbai.
Oh, I love those markets.
Mm.
So vibrant.
Right. Super vibrant, and you see it. The perfect jacket.
Ooh, nice.
It is the exact color you want. You walk up to the shop, you know you need to ask for the price, and you want to do it in English to, sound a bit confident.
Yeah, exactly.
The shopkeeper looks right at you, they make eye contact, and suddenly your mind just
Goes completely blank.
completely blank. You hit a wall.
Yeah.
You have studied English for years. You know all the grammar rules in a classroom. But right there in the market, the words just evaporate. They vanish.
It is so common. It is actually a very normal human reaction.
Which is crazy, right? It feels terrible. We've all been there. Your heart rate goes up. You get a little sweaty. You just want to know how much the jacket costs.
But you freeze.
Yeah, you freeze. And sadly, a lot of people will just put the jacket down and walk away just to avoid talking.
Which is so sad.
Yeah.
You miss out on a great jacket.
You lose the jacket just because of a little language fear.
Mhm.
But hey, that is exactly why we are here today. We're doing a deep dive into some really cool source materials.
Yes, the materials were all about, well, the title is The Art of English Shopping and Price Inquiry.
Exactly. And our mission today is super simple. We want to give you, the listener, a really easy, practical toolkit
A toolkit for shopping in English. Without the panic.
without the sweat. We are going to look at how to start the conversation, how to ask for prices, how to handle your budget, and the best part, how to politely bargain for a discount.
Oh, bargaining is an art form.
It really is. And, the best thing about this deep dive is that shopping is something we all do every single day.
Right. It is everyday life.
So the market actually becomes your own personal, real-world language laboratory. It is the perfect place to practice your English.
And you don't need perfect grammar to do it. That is the secret.
I love that secret. So let us jump right in. Let's start with the very first second of the interaction, the approach.
The most important part, setting the stage.
Right, because before you can ask about the price of that cool jacket, you have to actually get the shopkeeper's attention.
Which can be scary if they are busy.
Very true. Now, the source materials we are looking at suggest opening with something incredibly simple. Just saying hello, or excuse me.
Simple and polite.
But, okay, let's unpack this for a second, because I have a question about this.
Sure. What is it?
Well, we're talking to adults here, right? People trying to learn and improve their English. Isn't just saying hello a bit, I don't know, too basic.
You mean, shouldn't they try a fancier sentence?
Yeah, like, good afternoon, sir. I was wondering if you might be able to help me. Doesn't that sound more fluent?
Oh, that is such a common trap. What is fascinating here is that the source material strictly emphasizes keeping it simple. Simplicity is actually a massive strength.
Wait, really, a strength, not a weakness.
Yes. Think about what your brain is doing when you walk into a noisy shop. You are looking at clothes, you are calculating rupees in your head, you are watching the crowds.
Okay, yeah, there is a lot going on.
Your brain is basically like a smartphone. And right now, you have way too many apps open in the background.
Oh, I love that example. The phone is lagging.
Exactly. The battery is draining fast.
Yeah.
If you try to use a long, complicated greeting, you are just opening another heavy app.
And then the phone crashes.
Your brain crashes.
Yeah.
You might stumble on the word wondering
Huh.
or afternoon. And if you make a mistake on the very first word, the panic sets in.
That makes total sense. If you trip at the start line, the whole race feels ruined.
Right. So saying excuse me is functionally bulletproof.
Yeah.
It is safe. It is easy. You don't have to think about it.
It takes zero battery power.
Zero. And socially, it is beautiful. Because, excuse me, it's not just a greeting. It is a polite way to interrupt someone.
Right, because the shopkeeper might be folding clothes or talking to someone else.
Yes. You are showing them respect. You are saying, I see you're busy, but can I have your attention?
And when they smile and look at you, boom, you get a little victory.
That is the magic. You secure that first victory. Your brain relaxes. You realize, okay, I am safe. I just started a conversation in English.
You get the ball rolling. I really like that. So we have the shopkeeper's attention now. We said, excuse me.
They are looking at us.
Now comes the main event.
The money part. Finding out the cost. This is the core inquiry. Now, the sources give us a few different tools or phrases to use here.
Depending on what you were buying.
Exactly, like different wrenches in a toolbox. You don't need all of them at once, but it is great to have options.
So true.
Let's start with the most standard, reliable phrase. For a single item, like that one jacket we saw, the phrase is, how much is this?
How much is this? Perfect. Very clean.
Or you can also say, what is the price of this? Both are totally fine.
Yes, both work perfectly for one item.
But let's say you are buying shoes. You pick up a pair of shoes. Now, the source says we have to shift the grammar slightly. We change this to these.
Because shoes are plural. More than one.
Right, so we say, how much are these?
How much are these? Yes. Now, I want to talk about this change for a second because, sure, it is basic grammar. Is this for one? Are these for many? We learned that early on.
We do. But knowing it in a book is very different from saying it in a busy store.
Exactly. That is the hard part. It requires you to look at what you are holding in your hand and change your English instantly to match it.
It is about building grammatical agility.
Grammatical agility. Wow, I like that term. What does that mean exactly?
It means being flexible, being fast. It is not about knowing thousands of big words. It is about taking a simple tool, like how much, and bending it quickly to fit the situation.
Oh, I see. So if I pick up one shirt, I quickly say, how much is this? And if I pick up 3 shirts, I pivot and say, how much are these?
Exactly. You are reacting to the real world in English.
Let's do a quick game to practice this. Just a super quick rapid fire round. I will name an item, and you tell me the right question. Ready?
Oh, fun. Yes, I am ready.
Okay, here we go. A mobile phone cover.
How much is this?
Nice. Okay. A pair of sunglasses.
Tricky. How much are these?
Because glasses have 2 lenses, so they are plural. Awesome. Okay, one more. A bottle of water.
How much is this?
See? That was fast. That is grammatical agility in action.
And you know, if you make a mistake, it is okay.
Wait, really? What if someone points to sunglasses and says, how much is this?
The shopkeeper will still answer you. They know what you mean. You're pointing right at the sunglasses.
That is a huge relief. The communication doesn't fail.
Exactly. The transaction survives. But practicing the difference just gives you that extra feeling of internal confidence.
Right, you feel proud when you say it perfectly. Now, the source material gives us a third option for asking the price, and this one changes the grammar a bit more.
Yes, the verb-focused phrase.
Right. Instead of asking what is the price, we ask about the action of costing. The phrase is, how much does this cost?
How much does this cost?
Now, this introduces a helper word, does. In a lot of languages like Hindi, you don't always need a random helper word just to ask a question.
English can be quite weird with its helper words.
It really is. You have to inject this word does right into the middle. How much does this cost? That feels a bit harder for a beginner.
It does require a tiny bit more brain power, yes.
So why do the sources recommend it? If our rule is to keep the battery full and avoid hard sentences, why learn this one?
Because it helps you grow. It is like going to the gym. How much is this?
Yeah.
It's like lifting a lightweight. It gets the job done safely.
Okay, I'm with you.
But once that feels too easy, you need to lift a slightly heavier weight so your muscles get stronger. How much does this cost is that heavier weight?
I get it. It is progressive training.
Exactly. And a shop is the safest place to practice. It is like a gym with very soft floors. If you drop the weight, you mess up the grammar, nobody gets hurt.
If you accidentally just say, how much this cost, forgetting the does, the shopkeeper still gives you the number.
Yes. The context saves you, so it is a very safe place to try out slightly harder sentences.
Oh, I really love that perspective. The store is your safe practice zone. Okay, so we have asked the question, how much does this cost?
And the shopkeeper replies,
2,000 rupees.
oh, wow.
Yeah. For a basic jacket, 2,000 rupees. Now, your expected budget was maybe like 800?
That is a big difference.
Massive. So here is where it gets really interesting. This is where the simple question and answer stops and a real conversation begins.
The negotiation phase.
Yes. Now, in some cultures, if the price is too high, you just say, oh, okay, thank you, and you run away.
You experience sticker shock and you retreat.
Exactly. Sticker shock, you just freeze and leave. But in India and in many places around the world, bargaining is totally normal. It is expected.
It is almost like a friendly game.
It is a game. But how do you play that game in English without sounding rude? The sources give us the exact phrases.
The first step is stating the problem.
Right. You have to be honest. The text says to say, it's too expensive or it's too costly.
Now, some learners feel really nervous saying that.
Oh, absolutely. Saying it's too expensive straight to someone's face, it feels a little scary.
You worry they might think, oh, so my shop is not good enough for you.
Yeah, you don't want to insult their clothes or their business. But the source frames this beautifully. It says, this phrase is not an insult.
No, it is an invitation.
An invitation to collaborate. Notice the words. You say, it is too expensive. You don't say, You are charging too much.
Exactly. That is a crucial difference.
And you don't say, I am too poor to buy this.
Right. You don't make it about the shopkeeper, and you don't make it about yourself. You make it about the price.
The price is the problem. It's just this objective thing sitting between the two of you.
And now, you and the shopkeeper can work together to solve the problem.
It is brilliant psychology. You blame the price, not the person. But you can't just say it's too expensive and then stand there in silence.
That would be very awkward.
So awkward. You have to keep the ball moving. And the sources give us the perfect pivot. Right after saying it is expensive, you ask, do you have something cheaper?
Do you have a cheaper option?
Yes. Why is this pivot so important?
Because it shows the shopkeeper that you still want to buy something. You are not walking away. You are still a customer.
You are saying, I want to give you my money, just slightly less money.
Exactly. You are putting the ball back in their court. You are asking them to use their knowledge of their shop to help you.
You give them a chance to fix it. They might say, well, I have this other jacket over here for $1,000.
Which solves a problem perfectly.
But okay, let's play out a different scenario. What if I don't want the other jacket? What if I want the 2,000 rupee jacket, but I want it for less?
Now you have to ask for the discount directly.
The real bargaining. The source materials give us two great phrases for this. Can you give a discount, or is there any offer?
Is there any offer? Is such a wonderful phrase.
I really like that one too. Why do you think it works so well?
Because it is very polite and very gentle. You are not demanding, give me 20% off right now.
Which would sound super aggressive.
Right. Instead, you are just asking if a magical offer already exists.
Is there an ongoing sale that I don't know about?
Yes. It gives the shopkeeper an easy way out. They can say, no, sorry, fixed price, and nobody feels embarrassed.
Or they can say, well, for you, my friend, I can do 10% off.
And then they look like a generous hero.
It's a win-win. It removes all the friction. You use these simple words like can and offer to protect your money while staying perfectly polite.
It is all about maintaining social grace while advocating for yourself.
I love how you phrase that. Advocating for yourself, you are not just a walking wallet, you have a voice.
And you're using English to use that voice.
Exactly. Okay, so we have looked at all the individual tools. We learned the greeting, the price question, the budget pivot, and the discount ask.
Now it is time to see how they all connect in real life.
Yes, the source material gives us a complete start-to-finish example, a real-world interaction. And honestly, the efficiency of it is just staggering.
It is so fast and clean.
Let's act it out. I will be the shopper, and you be the shopkeeper.
Okay, I'm ready. I am standing in my shop.
Okay, here I come. Excuse me. How much is this?
It is 500 rupees.
Do you have something cheaper?
Yes, this one is 300.
I'll take it.
And scene.
Wow. 4 short sentences. That is all it took.
You started a conversation, found out the price, rejected the price, asked for an alternative, and closed the deal.
In literally 10 seconds. There is absolutely no fat on that conversation. It is just pure functional English.
Notice what you didn't do.
What didn't I do?
You didn't use big, complicated words. You didn't say, I find your prices to be a bit steep for my current budget.
Oh man, imagine saying that in a crowded street market.
People would look at you so strangely.
They really would. You don't need a dictionary. You just need those 4 functional phrases. And I want to highlight that last phrase because it is the crown jewel.
I'll take it.
I'll take it, or I'll buy this. This phrase is so incredibly powerful.
Philosophers actually call this a performative utterance.
A performative utterance. That sounds very academic. Break that down for us.
It just means that the words themselves perform an action. Like when someone gets married and says, I do.
Saying I do makes them married.
Exactly. Or when you say, I promise, the words are the action. When you say, I'll take it, you are instantly changing your status.
You change from a browser into a buyer.
Yes. You are making a verbal contract with the shopkeeper.
That makes total sense. Because think about the alternative. What if you just nod your head and hand over a 500 rupee note for the 300 rupee item without saying anything?
The shopkeeper's going to be so confused.
Right. Are you trying to buy the first, more expensive item? Are you paying for the cheaper one and expecting change?
Silence creates confusion, and confusion leads to stress.
But saying I'll take it removes all that confusion. It is loud, clear, and confident. It tells the shopkeeper, we are done negotiating, let's finish the transaction.
It shows massive competence. It shows you know exactly what you are doing.
And as we know, acting competent actually makes you feel confident. Which brings us to the ultimate message of these source materials.
The big takeaway.
After teaching us all these tools, the text drops this incredible philosophy in just one sentence. It says, "You don't need perfect English, just confidence."
I love that quote so much. It goes against everything we learn in school.
It really does. In school, you are graded on being perfect. If you drop a small word or use the wrong tense, you get a red mark on your paper. You feel like a failure.
But in the real world, in the market, there are no red pens.
No. The market does not care about perfect grammar. If you walk up to a vendor, ask the price, ask for a discount, and walk away with your new jacket.
You succeeded. The communication was 100% successful.
Exactly. The transaction proves your fluency. You got what you wanted using English. That is a huge win.
Confidence here isn't just about feeling brave. It is a result.
Explain that a bit more. What do you mean it's a result?
When you have these simple tools like, how much is this? And do you have a cheaper option? And you know they work, you automatically become confident.
Ah, because you trust the tools.
Yes. You aren't thinking, I'm taking an English test. You are just thinking, I am buying a jacket. The pressure is gone.
You focus on the task, not on the language.
Yeah.
That is so liberating. It just takes all the weight off your shoulders.
It really does. It changes shopping from a scary test into a fun game.
Which is such a brilliant way to look at it. We spent a lot of time today talking about that fear, that feeling of freezing up in the store.
The instinct to just run away.
Right. But if we listen to the source materials, we can completely flip that feeling upside down. The market isn't a place to be judged. It is a low-stakes laboratory.
A place to practice.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you, our listener, with a final, slightly provocative thought, something to chew on.
Ooh, I like this.
Next time you are in a shop and you see something you want but there's no price tag,
Yeah.
you are going to feel that familiar spike of panic.
It will still happen.
Yes, your heart will still beat a little faster. But instead of grabbing your phone to avoid eye contact or instead of just walking away, I want you to try an experiment.
Step into the friction.
Exactly. View the shopkeeper not as a strict teacher waiting to grade your English, but as your partner in a real-world language game.
A partner you are going to talk to.
What happens when you intentionally use that little helper word, does, and ask, how much does this cost? What happens when you smile and ask, is there any offer?
You might just save a few rupees.
You will save money, but more importantly, you are rewiring your brain. You are proving to yourself that you can cross cultural lines, protect your budget, and connect with another person using just a few simple English words.
And that is real power.
It is. When you master the simple art of saying, I'll take it, you stop being just a student of English. You become an active participant in the world.
You become the architect of your own conversations.
Beautifully said. You are the architect. So get out there, go to the market, make some mistakes, and have fun doing it.
Happy shopping and happy speaking.
Until next time, keep practicing those simple phrases. See you in the next deep dive.